for Christ asumdwe enkamu nyina aha eye CAC television CAK TV enne eye Caritas Ghana enna enne enkonko ahodro enna titu asokwa ana asokware mampo municipal empanyufo eba behia na yaya adwento ato ane ahwe sene ebeya yebesi Covid-19 anokwan krakra ewo Ghana hatitu ne Ashanti mantem Catholic Archdiocese of Kumasi mu enenti enne dwumadie no ebekoso yebe kyerɛkyerɛ enema enne nkyekyeya empanyufo de gu akwanso sene ebeya yebehwɛ na ye kan safety protocols na yebedi so enu akire no ye ne empanyufo ene ene ntini bebɔ nkomo na yabusa sɛ senti ena eyesa dwumadie baaye ene sɛdeɛ empanyufo atu anamo ahunu enhyehye pa eye timamufo ye hwe na yedi so na Covid-19 afiri yeso kra midende kwabena frempon manson KFM yanko ne yanko hwe se da dwumadie na esi ko yewia interviews ne beba na ye de dwumadie no abawie ye koso na ye ntra CAC television Facebook na wa like na wa subscribe na wa share sanso so na ba ye no wo eye YouTube ho CAK TV GH won so subscribe wo hwe na like na share eye nsampa na egu na afoforo enya bintie yanko ne yanko hwe se da dwumadie no esi ko.
For those of us here who have the agenda for our meeting this morning, kindly go through and see what we are doing this morning. We are mapping and coordinating a national and local effort. Stakeholders of COVID-19 response in Ashanti region. Before any other thing is said, I am inviting my brother Kamal Dean to lead us in the opening prayer. He is from the Ahmadiyya movement. Kamal Dean. Thank you very much.
Please, let's pray. In the name of the Almighty God, most gracious, ever merciful, all praise belongs to God, Lord of all the worlds, the gracious, the merciful. Thee alone do we worship, and Thee alone do we implore for help. Guide us onto the right path, the path of those on whom Thou hast incurred Thy blessings, not the path of those on whom Thou hast incurred Your displeasure, and not of those who have gone astray. May the Almighty God accept our humble supplications. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a very big function in terms of activity and what we want to put across to the world. And we need to know ourselves. I will start from the one with the mic. My name is Reverend Father Joseph Asante. I am from Caritas Ghana and I work in Caritas Kumasi. Currently, I am the regional coordinator for Faith. And Faith is the forum of accountability and inclusion, transparency, and harmony. We have 6 organizations making up Faith. We have the Caritas Bishops Conference. We have Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council. We have Ahmadiyya movement. We have Federation of Muslim Women Association of Ghana, FOMWAC. We have Marides, Mashalan Relief and Development Services. And we have one more, Christian Council of Ghana. He may not be here, but will come in late. And another one is the Office of the Chief Imam We are 6, and we are coordinating this regional program. We have so many of our leaders here, and they are also going to help us. We have the media. We acknowledge every one of them. So I stand in on behalf of Faith and Caritas Ghana, which is supported very much by Star Ghana Foundation to host this particular meeting. Yeah. And I am speaking to say Akwaba. You get it, Akwaba? Akwaba? Akwaba. You are all welcome. I want you also to enjoy this meeting. Feel free, share, bring information on board, let us discuss and move out, strengthen to do the work of charity. Before I sit down, I am introducing one of us. He is the Executive Secretary of Caritas Ghana, Mr. Zan Akologo. He has something for us, and on the program it is Caritas Ghana opening remarks. Sir, welcome. Let us welcome him.
But Ashanti has already said some bits of it, which is to say, put it in context, and then to better understand why we are here. We are sitting in this house of God belonging to Kumasi Archdiocese, but actually, as he kept saying, this is the regional faith team. But what is faith? Faith is an interfaith alliance of different faith-based organizations working for the common good. He already mentioned the members. But we use faith. Faith is an abbreviation, and it coincidentally resonates with faith. Faith is the forum for actions on inclusion, transparency, and harmony. So if you put the first letters together, what do you get? I said forum for F, write it. For actions, A. So forum for actions, on inclusion, I. Transparency, and what? So, and it translates to faith. So if you see the faith platform, you already can see the preoccupations of that interfaith alliance. I'm not going to talk about that, otherwise it will be too long. But just know that we are an interfaith alliance working for the promotion of the common good in specific areas that you can find in our name. Actions, we are acting. For what? Inclusion, we are promoting inclusiveness, and transparency, accountability, and harmony, peace. So we are normally very active during the elections and things like that, and so trying to, mediate and resolve conflictual situations. Don't worry about that. That's just part of the context. After all, Odinimu has said that already, and you know the members. I don't need to repeat them, okay? And so, again, in terms of background, we were set up to engage with the 2020 elections. Our preoccupation was to address the issue of vigilantism. And you know already what the various religious leaders have done. So we had just started to work on this, and then March, COVID-19 struck. So if you recall, the emergency measures had suspended all political activities. You recall that. So the leadership of the Faith in Ghana platform met and said, okay, so what do we do? And then we decided almost immediately that we should use that platform to begin to do something about COVID-19. So far, am I communicating? That's the background. So the faith exists as an interfaith platform, We were focusing on 2020 elections, addressed the issue of vigilantism, then COVID-19 struck, then we decided to work on that. I'll come back to that briefly. And so when we are meeting here today, we are meeting as this interfaith platform at the regional level. At the regional level, that's Ashanti region, coordinated by him. Later on, you will hear what they have been doing. We will share experiences. So today, the purpose, we actually had put the meeting in two parts. Apologies, there was miscommunication somehow. The first part was just going to be an internal meeting of the members of the faith so that they could prepare to welcome you later. That's the representatives of the media, the NGOs, and state agencies at about 11. But both agendas were sent to you, so you read the 9:30 and came early. It didn't spoil, so that's why we are starting now. But hopefully, maybe some people will come later, because somebody came earlier and we told him to come around 10:30, 11. So the purpose of this meeting was just to coordinate to kind of get an update on the progress of work of the regional faith group, progress of work, and then to go into the second part to share the work that this regional faith group is doing with broader stakeholders from other NGOs like Street Children Project and media like CAC and others, then also stakeholders from the government sector. Why? Why? Because we are increasingly realizing that, this whole thing about COVID-19 is really not one person's business. So if you are in the business of pointing finger, excuse me, if you think that this thing is for Nana Akufo-Addo, he happens to be the president of the Republic of Ghana at this material moment, you are wrong. You're wrong. It's all of us. Of course, he's the commander-in-chief. But everybody must be doing something. So we thought that it was important to have this meeting to learn about what others are doing. I don't think you have had the opportunity to meet with GES, who are currently bearing a big brunt. We would like to hear you. Big brunt. Children are back in school. There is panic. We like to hear. We would like to hear from Ghana Health Service. You like to be called the frontliners, and indeed you are the frontliners if you look at this issue as a health issue. But it's more than a health issue. It's more than a health issue. So we would like to hear from you also the challenges that you face. So the second part of the meeting was just by sharing information about what we are doing respectively, we might be able to build synergies and see how we can better support one another. Because, everybody has to do something, no matter how small. And that's where I was explaining that there are some of the things I cannot do, okay? But somebody else can do it more effectively. And I really can't explain to you what this gentleman sitting here called Ayune Sule, by using his skill of music, he has a local guitar, and by talking about Corona in vernacular, and appealing to the traditional rulers, the chiefs, the tendames, and the young people, and saying that, look, this is not normal times. This sickness, we haven't seen it before. It has changed the whole dynamic. It has changed the whole dynamic in rural communities in the Upper East region. Could I have done that? No. So that's how it is. So that's the idea about sharing information, building synergies, and seeing how we can better support one another. Having said that, so that's the first part very briefly. So I've given you the context, who we are, Faith in Ghana Alliance, and Interfaith Network, working on COVID-19. The purpose of this meeting, basically trying to get an update on our own processes, to create a platform to share information with broader stakeholders, you can see, from media, from government, and then from other NGOs. So that's what I've been saying. But just a few more words before I sit down. Now, just to give you the big picture of what the Faith in Ghana Alliance has been doing. Three. The first one is that we realize that for us to influence behavior change, to influence, because this whole thing requires a change of behavior. If we want to live as in normal times, there were times that I'm sure people, the DJs, they like to take a microphone and put it onto their lips. You have to learn how to change that. Okay. So the first part of our work is working with our respective religious leaders, religious women, nuns. I'm sure you've seen that, Muslim groups. I saw one from Kumasi speaking in vernacular, and appealing to people to reform, to change their ways. So the first part of our work as an interfaith is what we call social behavior change communication. Social behavior change communication. Who is doing that? We are using diverse religious leaders. And some of the behavior change, unless it is somebody who, a representative of your faith, nobody can say it. Last meeting, we were here, and is that the regional chief imam or his number 2 person or something? You know, I've never forgotten that story. When he got up and said, can you imagine a Muslim use, what do you call it? You are a health person, the thing we rub. We say something base, what? It's, Is what? Yes, but it is what sanitizer? What base? Say that again. Subhanallah. Muslim, you just provide alcohol-based sanitizer, and then you go away. Sister, and you say they will use? They won't use it. They won't use it, and they were not using it. Because for the Muslim, alcohol, if that is the understanding, will spoil his holiness. His holiness to prayer. You understand? So it was this regional imam, and here, I learned that here. He stood up over here and told us how he had to explain the context and bought gallons of sanitizer. And he was the first to use it together with the regional chief imam, which Muslim will not use. Which Muslim will not use. You see how we can use religious leaders to change behavior. So that's what I mean by social behavior change communication. And can you imagine, he said that in a mosque. Some of the people, we are using other religious leaders just to speak. on video, on radio, and appeal, then they can change their behavior. That is the power of religion. The state can order, but unless you touch on the core of how the behavior can be shaped by religion, they won't do it. Am I communicating? And it's difficult. It's difficult because suddenly, the other day at NCS, we were talking, and I said to my priest there, I said, look, we all have to change. We all have to change. As a Catholic, when my priest stands up to read the gospel, as soon as he says the proclamation from the gospel of, is there any Catholic here? You are a Catholic. What do you do when the pastor has pronounced that he's going to proclaim the gospel? What do you do? Ayua, watch him. Are you watching him? That is the way his faith has conditioned him. He has to take his thumb and sign his forehead. Let this message come to my mind. Let it remain and sign on your lips. You must touch them. Let it be on my lips and let it be in my heart. COVID-19, Father, we can do that. So, if you just give directive, don't touch your face, don't touch your mouth, unless you get this pastor to tell the lay faithful, the Catholics, that yes, you still can receive that gospel, maybe by just demonstrating that I'm touching my mouth, but not physically touching. But I can't say that to the congregation. Only you can say that so that they will change. I am sure that if I give time, you can give other examples of other things, but I don't want to go on for too long. Ruba is looking at me intently. You have your own stories. You know how you do the ablution? Can you demonstrate how you rinse the cavities, the openings in the face? How do you do that? Demonstrate. Don't put. Are you following? Are you following? Wherever, from the market, prayer time, you go to perform ablution. You take the water from the the buta, with your fingers from the market. Is that all? My brother, that is the challenge you have. Not that you are not doing your work, you're doing your work, but we are also faced with a certain behavior change challenge. I'm sure you know that, but I just want to. So I promise not to go on too long, but I want to make it interactive also. So the first thing we are doing is trying to use our religious leaders, Muslim, Ahmadiyya, Pentecostal Christian Council, to communicate in ways that will change behavior. Is that okay? So that's the principal thing. The second thing that we're trying to do is we also, of course, have to communicate technical messages. But we are not technical people. And that is why we need Ghana Health Service. Have they come? They haven't come. Health Service, Ghana Health Service. Somebody is coming. Health Service to show us their messages. That's why we need NCCE. You are technical body have been doing this. Then we can collaborate with you to use either social media or other communication. So we have been doing that. That's the second part. Also, technical education, technical information. The last part that we have been working on is You know, as faith-based organizations, we are very concerned about the poor, the vulnerable. And if you keep quiet a little bit, can you hear what you are hearing around? I'm sorry, sister. I always have to embarrass you like this because I don't seek your permission and I talk about your work. But it's because it affects me profoundly. That's the mother of so many children, of people who are on the street. So we are interested in the vulnerable segment of society. How do we support them? But we cannot do everything. And that is where the third part of our work is focusing on the government's own programs. It is called social protection programs. To do what? To support the vulnerable. So our advocacy is working with government to see how we can enhance the impact of the social protection. And they will be talking about that. That is what they are doing in terms of working with the MMDAs to monitor what is happening and to see how they can also contribute to the work. So basically, that's what I wanted to share, the broader background and why we are here and what the big picture of the Interfaith Alliance action on behavior change communication, on giving concrete authentic information that will make people also abide by the protocols, and then thirdly, advocacy. So once again, thank you for coming. As I said, this meeting is just an interactive session. It's very informal, but I'm really hoping that at the end of it, we would be able to establish, we would be able to harvest experiences, what everyone is doing, no matter how small. And then through that to say, we can build synergies here. We can establish linkages here so that the coordinator would be able to follow up on some of those issues. Okay? So sorry for going on too long.
Thank you. You can popularly call him Uncle Zan. A special entry, very Reverend Father John Amankwa. Let us clap for him. He is in charge of education in the Catholic Archdiocese of Kumasi, Catholic Education Unit. Papa Akwawa. The next is information sharing. A, Faith Regional Response Team. And B will be from stakeholders. So all of us here will have something to share. Then out of that, we heard from our boss. We will build our synergies. All the NGOs that are here, you will share. From education, you will share. From NCCE, you will share. We need all your inputs. We need to build ourselves. And I was so fascinated by the social behavior change communication. I read something yesterday night before I slept from the Minister of Health. And I like the simple caption Ghana Web gave to his message. He says, the president is tired. Hello? Are you hearing that? The president, Nana Akufo-Addo, is tired. And if you just see it, you think he is sick or something. He's not sick, but he's tired. The reason for his tiredness is that they have done all they can to let people know that COVID is real. But people are just not listening. The protocols are being abused. And the daily count is going up and up and up. We need to be doing some more work. That is why we are here. I would like my dear brothers and sisters of the Faith Regional Response Team, some of us, to share. I told Mr. Gawley to share something from the Asokore Mampong area, what he gathered together with his team, and he will share with us now. Let us welcome him with a small applause. When he is done, we'll give him a big one. Thank you, sir.
All of us, yeah. We were the team B, to have gone to Asokore Mampong Municipal Assembly. And then we were there yesterday to meet with the municipal director and her team, which included the heads of departments, that is director, the educational director, the health director, NCCE, and planning committee, and the rest. When we met with them, they were actually very welcomed by the assembly. They were already prepared to meet us, let me put it that way, because our team leader had already given them the PMEs, that is the Participatory Monetary Evaluation Form. So they were abreast with what we were coming to do, and then had already filled their forms. But that did not end it up there by just collecting the forms and moving away. We actually sat with them and then heard from them what they were actually doing in response to the COVID-19. So each department came up and then talked with us, presented some of the things they did. To start with, I would like to say something about the health director. He came first and then told us that, yeah, they had a lot of interaction with the people within the municipality through the media, that is radio. They had about 7-8 radio stations. They went to educate the people within the municipality. Then they also communicated with 2 TV stations. Then, aside the TV presentation and the mass media presentation, they also made use of the real communication, where there's a car that went round to actually educate and inform the people about COVID-19. This real communication gadget car had jingles that were played in the morning and in the evening. They actually chose the morning and evening because most people within the municipality are not there in the afternoon. Most use the community as a place of residence and move out to work. So the best way to catch them was in the morning and in the evening. So the jingle was also a very good means to, and why the jingle? Because it's a form of a reminder that each time, whenever they hear or sing the jingle, they could remember that, yeah, there's COVID around. The health director continued by saying that they receive PPEs from GES and also the regional health directorate and distributed them accordingly. They actually also got some sanitizers, Veronica buckets, and placed them at vantage points in the markets within the municipality and the various KVIPs, where they felt that many people could go around and then will be easily have to touch some of these things. So there were Veronica bucket placed in vantage points. They also embarked on a disinfection program in schools, in churches, and mosques within the municipality. They gave us information about the number of cases within the Asokore Mampong municipality, that they had about 90 cases, and of which 78 were discharged. The only ones that were in isolation centers were about 12. And one thing they actually mentioned that really moved me, I was impressed by, is how they dealt with stigmatization. They felt that when they went around to test cases and then discovered that some of the individuals had tested positive, they did not just go to the families and presented themselves that they want to isolate them, but they rather went around to share food, supply food and water to the entire community, which actually distracted most of the people, and by so doing, they actually took the positive cases out and then isolated them. And from our experience, it was more of a collaborative effort by the municipal assembly. As the education director also came in and said they all did the same thing. Before even the lockdown, they also distributed and donated some Veronica buckets to schools. They also educated parents through the school PTA before the lockdown. They also inspected schools before the current reopening. That is, they went around to check if schools were disinfected. They also educated those who were going to make use of the thermometer gun. They made sure that all the school representatives had a bit of education before students came in. Then NCCE also expressed joy to have received a vehicle to facilitate his work. Actually, he said before or earlier on, they had to work or walk around. And that was quite a limitation to him because he couldn't go around, educate a lot of people. But just of recent, he has received a vehicle, which is also enabling him to educate a lot of people now. We also met the social welfare director also came in, and as I said, it was a collaboration, but all of them had to say something. So they also distributed items to the needy. And some of the items they went around with was rice, beans, and sardines, especially to the poor within the community. If we all know that Askoremampo Municipal, you know that it's made up of the Sawaba, Aija, and all these places. So they made us know that there are a lot of people who are in need, and therefore they did all these things to help them. From the social welfare, we got to know that they will also receive some donations from the Access Bank, and of which 150 people had benefited from the donation. That is, they gave them. They also liaised with Zoom Lion and NADMO and social welfare to feed the vulnerable in the municipality. The team, and then because we had already given them the form to fill, our team leader then said, okay, then we can come out, we pick them up, and then we came. And we knew we were coming to meet today to discuss that. So in a little way, I think that is the little experience we had with the municipal assembly, that Askoremampo Municipal Assembly.
Thank you. Yes. We have met the MCE, we have met social welfare and community development, we have met NCCE, we have met the head of people with disability, we have met Madam Health, we have met education, we have met all of them, those who matter within the setup. The coordinating director was so free to give every information that we needed. And they sometimes printed out. I have all of them in my hands. So in the in-house meeting, we'll share more. But once I see them around, I don't need to pull all the information out. They will personally give us more of what they are going through. We have also had opportunity to discuss extensively with the NCCE how we want to do more of education. So on the level of the Asukwa Municipal Assembly, they have a lot going on, and they are always ready to meet us and to share with us. And you know that place. They have adopted Kumasi South Hospital, which is an isolation center. And worthy of mention is that they have given them PPEs, a lot of cash donation to do what they need. And he mentioned 20,000 cash was given to them. They have a tent raised in the hospital from the resources of the Municipal Assembly to assist that hospital. Madam Health is here. There is one doctor she gave the number to. We called, and he mentioned a lot. He told me, Father, please, the education. Sometimes when they are speaking, you see it's from their heart. They are seeing the realities on the ground, and people are just joking about the messages. It's so real that we should hammer and let people take precaution. For instance, I have made a personal decision not to encourage crowds at funerals around my churches. That's where I go. I see many people don't care. So if you don't care, I will not come. I said, Father, you didn't come for 1 week. I said, 1 week. Even a year, no member, I said 1 week. Just to let them know it is real. This morning, someone sent me a message, very personal. Father, I've tested positive. A classmate in Accra. Pray for me. I said, don't panic. I said, Father, I'm already panicking. He said, don't panic. Fear, the stigmatization. So that is why we are all here, making sure we discuss. Give me information, let me go. I give you, go out and share. Let people have the joy of living.
In fact, I think we all know about the COVID situation that we are all in. Unless maybe I'll have to give a gist. So in a nutshell, it has come to stay with us. It is like any other conditions. That is how I find it to be. Like malaria. If you have malaria and you don't go to test, you will not know that you have malaria. Because the body is one. So any condition that affects the body will give you symptoms like any other condition. So if you have malaria, it can give you signs and symptoms of another condition. And so it is possible that you will have those symptoms, but it is not the condition that you are thinking about, unless you go to test. So COVID is also like that. You need to test before you know that you have it. The signs and symptoms would not give you a perfect assurance or telling you that you have it until you have the test done. And we also know the prevention aspect of it all. The importance of it is the wearing of the face mask, because if you are put on the mask and somebody talks to you, at least where the entrances are covered. Your nose, especially, and on your mouth are covered, and therefore it will be on the surface of the mask. And then the washing of the hands. If you protect your face like that, you also need to wash your hand, because the surfaces that you'll be touching will be contaminated with it. And so if you wash your hands, it will also save you. If there's no water and soap, that is where we are saying that you sanitize your hands. And then also, you make sure you distance yourself. What he was talking about, the funerals and things that is the cause of everything, because this time we are seeing the cases in the communities where we are, because somebody will test positive and will not prevent the condition from getting to the other. We'll leave the mouth like that, we'll leave the nose like that, we'll be sneezing and making a mess of the whole thing. We are also talking about the washing of the face. If you get to your home, try and wash your face with the soap and water. That one hasn't been preached much, But we are thinking that it is also necessary because if somebody talks to you and the saliva sticks on your face, you may be touching and you might not know when you will touch your nose or your mouth. And so necessarily, we have to add this one to it, washing of our face with soap and water, if you are not ready to bath at a point in time. And so considering this, when it came that we were doing the enhanced surveillance, we were given the opportunity to go around to do the enhanced surveillance by taking the sputum and then testing. We realized that people were making a mess. Some people even made an audio, and it was just circulating like that, putting an end to what we are doing when we wanted to attack the case at the first entrance. I even told NCCE, and he supported us with another counter audio so that we could circulate. When it came like that, we didn't have enough funds, and therefore it was only through the social media and some few CIC centers around us. So we are talking about the importance of it now, that we need to make sure that the messages are sent to the people. When you pass through the marketplace, you can count the number of people who have put on their masks, indicating that we don't mind, anything goes. And so this is the time that we are experiencing the increase of it, because after the enhanced surveillance, we haven't been able to do enough. It is only those who go to the hospital and they are tested and they bring the result to us so that we follow. The hospital is a regional hospital so that it is not only Asukwa people that goes there. All over Ashanti region, cases are accepted there to be seen. And so it is very difficult for us to do the isolation. We had wanted to have an opportunity that the municipal can get us a place that we can also use it as an isolation center for Asukwa so that it can benefit us all. We have TUC, which is also for Ashanti region, that's the isolation center, and another one at Joso. If all these places get full, it means that we have to keep our cases in the communities. That is why we are saying that now the cases are rather in the communities with us. So the importance of it all is to make sure we have our masks on. And I started with the challenges, so I am ending also with the challenges. The challenge is that we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. The municipal directorate is not a hospital per se, but we oversee all the facilities in the municipal. And so we need to empower even the private hospitals to support us. We only have 2 facilities for government. That is Kumasi South, and then a new one that we have opened recently at Kuwait, Lady Julia. And so we need to empower all the private hospitals, those who are up and doing, so that they can support us. And so at least we will need to train some of their lab technicians. We need to also train most of their nurses and doctors so that they can also embrace this one in. Otherwise, when the cases enter their facilities, they will have to hand it over to Kumasi South, where they are overwhelmed and overburdened. So we are asking that the little that we can do, we need training equipment, we need all these PPEs so that if somebody goes there, the lab technicians can also have PPEs to see to the cases that come over there. And so boiling down to all these things, going to the communities, we also need vehicles. It is today that we went to our regional health directorate that they have given us a brand new pickup. Assembly supported us to ensure it. And so we just went there and we came with it. That is the only thing we have, the only vehicle we have. Apart from that, it is our own vehicles that we are using. If it breaks down, it is your own cost. Fuel, it is your own cost. And so at least all these things would ask so that if there's any support anywhere, we can have that one to help us through. Most of the nurses and doctors are also getting infected. And it is just by the grace of God that they are also recovering. Some have passed on, and because we are still in the same soup, we don't know what will happen the next moment. And so we are saying that at least something to also support our nurses. It is not everybody who is counted as the frontliner. Yes. It is not everybody. It is only the isolation centers and then the treatment centers that are classified as frontliners. But our private hospitals are also seeing cases like that. And so if there are any support, we can also give them to enhance what we are doing. Last but not the least, is that we will need the education to go down. Whatever you have heard, we need to tell others to hold the fort, because it is not just like that. People are really dying. But because we don't see them as COVID cases, we cannot emphatically say that they died of COVID. But you could see that this person came with those signs and symptoms. That's what I was saying. Who to me when you have not tested. But the signs and symptoms indications tells us that we have. And so please, let us make sure that we give the education very well for people to understand. And then the prevention aspect, the masking, the proper washing of hands, the sanitization, and then the distancing. When we go to churches, please, let us give information. When we go to our workplaces, let us give the information. Even within your friends, they say they are saying, let's do this. Let us keep ourselves safe at any point in time. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Madam Ness, who is a Reverend Sister, any experience from your side? Any experience to share from your side? Then we move to education.
Well, I may say in our own hospital, before even you enter the hospital, we have some nurses there who take your temperature first before you are allowed to enter the hospital. And then before you move out, we make sure that you wash your hands, sanitize them before you enter. Then you go to the first place where you have to collect your folders, and then you go to the OPD. From there to, even before we use our feet on you to check your temperature and sanitize them. And after that, you go and see the doctor, and then we follow up. But if your temperature is so high, we detain you at the entrance. We have created a section near the first building before you even enter the main hospital, where they will check on you. They have selected some people who have been trained in a sort of to monitor you. They take your samples and the rest. But if they see that your temperature is very high, then they detain you and make sure that they have sent the samples to check if it is positive or negative before they discharge you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. She gave us a practical activity they do in their hospital. Education.
We have fumigated the classrooms in collaboration with Zoom Lion. And then we have trained private and public schools teachers and then there are SHEP coordinators. I said SHEP is School Health Education Program. So a coordinator is selected each from private and then public schools to be in charge of the children in school. First of all, before they enter the school, they will be registered. And then when they get seated, they will take their temperature using the thermometer guns. And then after taking it, we have holding areas. We don't use isolation centers for the children because there might be fear. So we use holding areas. It is situated in the school, in one of the classrooms or teachers' lodge, so that in case they are being tested again using the thermometer guns and then their temperatures are still high from 37.2 going up, then we have also mapped the schools to health centers. Lady Julia at Kuwait, South at Atonsu. Then we have Heart Adventist Hospital at Ahinsan. So the schools situated around those areas can call for any help in case of any eventuality. The children are sent back to their classrooms because those who are kept at the holding areas, they are sent back to their classrooms after they have been tested. The test results is supposed to maybe take 3 days. And then when it arrives, before the children can be moved from the classrooms, we don't tell the children to go back to their homes, but rather tell them to go back to their classrooms after they have been tested, if they have high temperature. We don't call any parents to come for their child, but rather we ask the children to go back to their classrooms. So after 3 days, when they bring it, before the health officer who is in charge of those hospitals will rather call the parents to tell them about that thing that has happened. We have also trained, we have also asked food vendors not to sell in the schools during this time. Children are asked to eat from their homes before coming, or they should come along with their food. So there wouldn't be any buying and selling in the school. No visitors too are allowed in the schools. I went to Kumasi High to inspect the boys' dormitory. When I got there, social distancing was still in place in the dormitories. They were not crowded. There were about 14 in the room. Those 14 to go to a particular toilet facility. Nobody is to move from any of the toilet facilities in the hall to anybody's hall, so that they can check, they can trace in case of anything. It is safe to be in the school, in the boarding house. Those day students who have been captured to come to school, they are also checked daily. They are not asked to go home, but they are also asked to be in the school. Those with sickling conditions, those with asthma, they are also asked to sit near windows, and then will be asked to use, they are asked to use loose face masks. They are also asked to release it for fresh air, the children, so that in case of anything, they will be able to minimize anything that comes their way. Those with asthmatic condition and those who are sickling. Those who are sickling too, I heard some are on drugs, and then they are also supposed to go for checkups. Their parents are being called to come for them, to go to the checkup, and then bring them back again. These are some of the things that we are doing for education. So for the monitoring team, we also lack vehicles. We are using our manpower to do everything. And we are also frontline, so we are also prone to certain things. So we are asking the Assembly to help us. Thank you very much.
I think my sister has said a lot about what we're doing in the education sector. We are all aware that our children in senior high schools and junior high school, the final years, and those in senior high, the second year gold, have all gone back to school. Like he said, all the protocol measures have been put in place to ensure that our children are safe. If you come to Education Unit Ashanti, our major challenge is that we supervise Catholic schools in the whole region, the whole Ashanti region. It's not like, let's say, Asqua being restricted to just a small geographical area. So you can imagine one office handling so many schools. At least we have 152 junior high schools in Ashanti region. We have over 10 senior high schools. And so I think our challenge is that we may not be able to cover all of them. And again, the PPE supplied to our schools, although are not enough. And the unit office is not in a position to procure some of these PPEs. That will be enough for all our schools. What we've been able to do now is that we appeal to our teacher welfare. Now we have about 3,404 members in our welfare. If you look up there, there's this Ashanti Catholic School Teachers Cooperative and Mutual Support Scheme. So we appeal to these two bodies to assist us. We want to help about 150 schools across the region. You know, we're working in, I always say, 3.5 dioceses. Kumasi, Konangoma Diocese, Obuasi, and then part of Goso. So in selecting schools, we need to take into consideration all these dioceses because we are serving 3.5 masters. And so we have selected 150 schools. Next week, we are going to supply them with face mask, liquid soap, and then there's paper napkins. The schools cut across primary and JHS. Fortunately, the primary schools are not in session now, so we're going to concentrate on those who are now in school. And so that is the bit we are doing at our own level. One of the problems we're facing is with our private schools. This COVID-19 has affected them so much that some are not able to pay their workers. In fact, some have been asked to terminate their appointments because there isn't any cash inflow. Meanwhile, they're spending. Only few of them have been able to maintain their staff up to this point. And even we don't know what is going to happen from August onwards if the situation doesn't improve. So that is a major challenge for our private schools. And so we are all doing the best we can. People don't take the protocols seriously. You know, till some are affected, they've seen, let's say, somebody who has been affected and perhaps died they might not be able to change their attitudes. We're doing the best we can. But then, people think it is so distant from them. Well, like Madam Osei said, you wouldn't know as to Mr. A or B has the disease. It's not written on the forehead till the person is tested. And so I think as stakeholders together, let us all take this education seriously to ensure that the message goes down to the people. Let us also be on the lookout. The assemblies. The education minister said churches should not conduct the activities in the classrooms. But they are still doing it, and nobody goes out there to check. I have a school behind my mission house. Every night we hear the noise. Meanwhile, the schools have been disinfected, and the churches go there almost every day. So maybe the assemblies, what are you doing? I think you need to send task force. I couldn't go there to start there because it's not a Catholic school. If you go there, they tell you, what is your locus? What will you do? And so I think the assemblies should be up and doing it. There's one thing in enacting laws. It is another thing to enforce it. So they need to send monitors to go and stop those people, maybe punish some of them so that they will take it seriously. Prayer can be said in our homes, not necessarily in the classrooms. And sometimes the noise they make, it means that they are not even using the mask. I mean, if you are on mask, your speech is clear. I mean, you can detect it. And if someone is on mask, you see the difference. So most of these people are not taking it seriously. So I think as part of the education sector, I will appeal to the municipal directors and the rest, please enforce that law that forbids churches from conducting church activities in the classrooms. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As proceedings were on, I observed many of our stakeholders trooping in one after the other. With much respect, I acknowledge you. Welcome. And those of us who are here, let us do something to them. We welcome you and God bless you. You are well appreciated. Anybody from the NGO side who is ready to share something immediately with what they are talking about? I know sister is here. She is a known person in this group, so I don't want to bother her. I called yesterday the head of people with disability organizations. He's here. I have seen him walk here. Kindly come and say something about you and COVID. What is happening to you? And I want the media to capture this very much for me. Dear sir, I give you 3 to 5 minutes to share something with us. Okay. I like what he just said. He is the Minister of Public Education, NCCE. He said, the way I'm speaking, probably someone wants to speak Tree. Is he going to speak or Tree? Both. Okay. Thank you. Come and stand here, very close to me. Thank you. And I have a mic.
So I have to hold it or? Should I hold it?
Someone is doing it first.
Okay.
Should I hold it for you?
Oh, it's okay. You can cheer and come back. Okay. Mijinahama persons with disabilities. You count persons with disabilities. You are under the Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations. na saa akuo no yɛ maako nkron. Enti miam jam na yɛ regional president. Na deɛ di ka yɛ Ghana Blind Union. Eti sɛ miam kuta white cane ɛne Ghana Blind Union. Ya akron yɛ GBU. Ɛne ɛwɔ Ghana Society of Physical Disabled. Omo use wheelchairs, crutches, amputees. And our Ghana Association of the Deaf. Omo ye NAD. Omo nti kasa kakra. We have nti kra. We also lip service. Or who anyone ansa na otimi akasa. And our Ghana Association persons with albinism. GAPA. Omo na kane na abusiamu ye beka se ofree for. But omo so mpesa akasa no. And so said they say I want say o hwe omo we de na. Omo oye kokoko. Ni trinwi ayetro kan excuse me na bia na ni achi nwi na tuntuntuntum na osa wo sports bi won honamu ono no sa ndi se onya special nkun bi ansa na otimi anantim ene o Ghana Ben Survivor Foundation omo Ghana Ben Survivor Foundation ye eku a eja hyehye ba ye obi o hon sa ne maame ofie abufuo nti no ohwe nkɔ agunu so ne ba sikanti bi kwa na odi jato ne nsam na ahyehye no nkɔ ahwe agu bi so obi kwashiafo ne jaahye no World Health Organization ajo nyina tun say omo person with disabilities and we inclusion Ghana ya ka inclusion Ghana na yeko omo a autism nka no ya ka se bi a omo a insio ma no but insio so kra ni ba enso yesa say awusuo no no edu say oba ne fa afuro no obi o ye na dwen say obeyi abofra no ato atwene na ankoye yie obewo na kwala no di form ewon ne honam baabi na osi ho a no ayesei na ese o yensio ba ene ewo Mental Health Society of Ghana onwo a bi aware nti obi tim pa obi asum na fa nitrim ono a omo odam ono so a na adwena sisiri na anakwala bi ziku a awo so kra no ni tritrim kobo ho no aye intellectually that affecting agent otiho no ayesinsei na se aye gigiri and omo a omutwa itwerefo no ebi se beka se bi abonsam yare ebi se medical omo sa ku no from Mental Health Society of Ghana and e share care Ghana e ka share care Ghana na eye nipakuo bi a ono onye stroke but autoimmune conditions na aso ni sisi na fa spinal cord ebi won so ti ever fa na so ni bi kra sam na nifra nti ono so te anu obi hu no beka se bi a o stroke but enye stroke eye share care obu ko ni share care sa kofo no se ye was cerebral palsy ne se obi o ha o de nto ha onye yi o trance a se ha no betra o te ho saa gise o tete aduane ma no se na so na o te se o te asem o kasa no kra o nte sa kofo no e from cerebral palsy for ana fe ye wo mu nso a hrododo kane na obi ohro so ni na ya nyini ntun se o chimato but World Health Organization aja tun se hrododo fo nyina nso e wo chimato ti se wono Ghana Stammers Association on yes your last general meeting yes World Health Organization ya answer na ebeji obi atun no this World Health and e on determinants ni parameters ni ba indi se obi o ho bia sa woro so a ye o mad one and ye severe one obi o kro serve o kata futa kra be kat yi nko a be 10 minutes ansa na twam enti wuni sa wo sa tribia mu na emremu no wo ye obi a wo simato enti sa kuonkrin ana ye kuo no ye wo mu na se de ayi ba ye Covid-19 ba ye ye nkofo wo a help se PPDs no PPE sorry no ebi kra nsan ka bi ana abanso ye ba se oma duane other cook and uncooked foods no be brain timi rashe enkonko gibi se yakase ye committee kra na temperature gang kra e di hwe yesu yenya bi ma yankofo no enso as pressure group no e se yensu ye share ye members ni adwendwene ye ho na ye hu se de ekuo no ne na se eko se ye kra ye kase ye conduct elections at various districts over kokra no we shi obi kra no bi a so e plan ni a ne ba na de ne ba ne maame so na de ba ono so kra no onim se yare no kra sa wo ho se ni ho education no so entimi nko se ono ba ja tun se me kra me gina ho kra metimi anya bi that onya sa fifi sira enso ba boa no ama se bia hand sanitizer sanitizers, na yɛhyia no nyinaa nso nyinaa hia bi na yɛkɔ meetings na yɛakyɛ ma ɔmo na yɛn nso yɛakyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ adeɛ no wɔ hɔ ɛmfa ho sɛ wɔadi dɛm anaasɛ wɔkyem atoɔ bi no ɛbɛtumi ayɛw na education nso akɔ hɔ na ɔmo nso agye atom sɛ adeɛ no aba ɛwɔ wiase nyinaa nti sɛ wowɔ saa tebea no nso a bɔɔ ho ban sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ade no bi mɛto wɔ na ɛkɔto wo koraa na sɛ me am gyina sɛ ade ntom bi a ne yɛde me kɔ special room a hɔ a na ɛba bɛhwɛ me gɔdo ɔbɛba no koraa bɛfa aduane kwa me nkɔ osuro ana me nso hu sɛ bi a ha na aduane no sisi nti yɛn education nyameɛ no yɛn nso deɛ ne kɔ fam kakra nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ as ekuo ne mpanimfoɔ a yɛhyia ha no ɔn nso so ɔyɛ budget bi anaasɛ ɔmo dwene yɛn ho nsa na saa kuo no nyinaa no ɔmo nso de ɔmo tena kan sɛsɛ yɛ kasa koraa no wohwɛ minimum registered members at various districts many small Ukraine registered 300 per district and a minimum cra because so called everything as a correct almost 900 members person with disabilities are registered indeed the infants at 300 and 500 times 43 districts and if it's more than 21,000 our was I in say say yes fees in the answer chamo no so team their bomb and that's a almost situation soccer with a massive fee.
Good. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Whatever he said in tree, I have somebody here who is the head of people with disabilities at the Asokwa Municipal Assembly, Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, let him come and say something about this wonderful group of persons. Thank you, Dixon.
Thank you, Father. We at Asokwa, during the COVID times, did a few things to help persons with disability. And I think, Father, you are already aware of all these things that we did. Some we did locally, some also came from the central government. I mean, some help came from the central government. What we did locally was spearheaded by the Disability Fund Management Committee. They met and agreed that part of the common fund should be used to purchase some items to help the PWDs during that lockdown period. So we decided on an amount of money, and then we used that money to purchase things like rice, gari, cooking oil, soap, sanitizer, and other things to help our people in need. And then also came help from the central government. So what we did as a department was that we had to speak up so that the things that was for the persons with a disability were separated from the main items that were given to other people through the faith-based organizations. So we got a center mainly for persons with disability and the aged, so that the distribution will be very fair. So what we did was we isolated them from other people because of the ration and all those things. So we shared some of the things that I mentioned earlier. I think cooking oil, rice, gari, beans, all coming from the central government. So we at Asokwa, these are just a few of the things that we've done. But as I'm ending, I would also like to appeal that even after that, more people have come to register as new members of the persons with disability groups, and are also in need of, a lot of things, because their livelihoods have been halted by this pandemic. So what we appeal right now is that if there's any way that we can get more help for our persons with disability in Asuka and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have someone, Sule, very special with guitar. And what he has told himself is to use music to send information across the board on COVID and other social issues. He wants to do a small activity with his guitar for us to know. He will explain a little bit of his message on COVID, and the language he uses is Guni. You can come. Let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. He's very technical with his guitar, and that is technical presentation of COVID. Thank you. I'll hold your mic.
Local language, the children grow for. They were Obiabatias. You ever follow, see they ever use nose masks and sanitizer. You ever roya and san, ni samena, ni sutene. They were Yabanyam and Amas.
COVID-19 Bagarela Bayangayo Yedimawa Tizuri Alave Serianama Coronavirus, everybody who was through. Sibare umma, everybody who was through. Sibare umma. Baby soja, coronavirus. Baby soja, coronavirus, everybody who was through. Sibare umma, everybody who was through. Sibare umma. Okay. My brother, don't forget your sanitizer. Every day wash your hand. Okay. Don't forget your nose mask. This COVID-19 is a very wicked sickness. My brother, protect yourself and live long life. Baby, coronavirus. Baby, coronavirus. Everybody who was through. See my woman, everybody who was through. See my woman. Thank you. Thank you. Coronavirus. Na edin baako a obi frɛ no ɔsɛ frɛ no Colombia Balos. Obi a odin or the frɛ no.
Much for this opportunity. My name is Rosemond Apia Owusu. I'm the Municipal Director for Social Welfare and Community Development at Asokorimanpo Municipal. Yes, I know we are not in normal time. Yes, the COVID came and I happen to be a member of the rapid response team. And this is what the Municipal Assembly, through our department, did for the needy, the vulnerable, and all others that came to us for assistance. We were given food items through NADU, and we were able to give to about 400 households. The food, we had food items like beans, rice, oil, sanitizers, tea rolls, etc. And we were able to bring on board 400 households from the various localities. Apart from these two, we also had the Access Bank giving the municipal some items, which we'll be able to give to about 150 people, and it is ongoing. We were able to bring on board persons with disabilities, and this we did through the zonal reps of the assembly. So with them too, I can say that, as my brother said before I came here, he said we have about 900 persons with disabilities. And I can say that we were able to give more than half of them. We also have the livelihood empowerment program that we do. And during the COVID times, we were able to do our 66 cycle payment. And with that, we have 896 households that we serve. Apart from this, we have other families who also have children with autism. So we contacted, they have a group, they have an association. So we are able to bring about 20 mothers who have children with autism, and then we serve them. Apart from these people coming, we happen to also give assistance to, there's a street project program, and the coordinator of that program contacted us, and she made us to be aware that she also deals with street children. So we were able to call her on 2 occasions and gave her a few items to be distributed to the very people that she's dealing with. We also have, we're able to give to the Garden City Special School, because the Garden City Special School, yes, the little that the government gave us through the assembly, we were able to serve them, and they also gave to the children that are within their confines. So I can say that this is what we did through the assembly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Her name is Rosemont Apia. Thank you. So, kindly popularly called TK, Chirikwa, also one of the disciples of Jesus, Nathaniel.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay. I'm from National Commission for Civic Education, Aspa Municipal Directorate. My senior colleague too is here, Asokori Mampon, Director, NCCE. Well, what NCCE we have done so far, we are still doing, is before the pronunciation of the 2 cases by the state, we used mostly the community information centers. So, for instance, we have 12 electoral areas, and each electoral area has a community information center. So we channel our messages through the community information centers. And the key messages are the safety protocols and the stigmatization, that is the myth associated with the coronavirus. So before the lockdown, we were using the community information centers solely. So when the lockdown came in, with the help of the municipal assembly, we engaged all the lorry stations, the market centers, and all the whistle stops that we have in Asukwa. So we spoke to them about the safety protocols and also the stigmatization. And in the midst of our engagement, we had opportunity to do a collaboration nationwide with the Church of Pentecost. So they released, I think, 12 of their cinema vans to the Commission. And Asukwa or Ashanti region, we were fortunate to have 2. One in Asukwa and then the other in Swami. So Asukwa, for instance, we engaged 22 districts in Ashanti. You know Ashanti, we have 43 districts. So Asukwa Municipal, for instance, we had to go around 22 districts to do sensitization on the coronavirus. So after the collaboration with Church of Pentecost, we also were fortunate, Asukwa Municipal, we had another collaboration with an NGO called Abuse Relief Corps. They also came to our aid, and we engaged all the stakeholders within the municipality. You know, this sickness, nowadays, you can't just get up and say you want to engage people. You have to take your health matters serious. So what we've been doing is that we normally go to the lorry stations, market centers, and everywhere that we think people are crowded, we go there and educate them. So in the midst of the education as well, the government also came to the Commission's aid, and the government released, I think, 50 pickups to the Commission through the COVID-19 Trust Fund. And Ashanti, we were given 10 vehicles. So we are in a process, we are still educating the public. And what we've realized, or what we have observed, is that, you know, Ghanaians as we are, when you are educating people, especially in this season, people may also think that they have their own way of, you know, doing their things. What I'm saying is that we've realized that indiscipline has been the core of our education. When you go and talk to people, please wear your nose mask. Master, and you want to have a catch examination with nose masks. You go and educate people to observe the safety protocols. They will tell you, oh, the government should rather bring us things. They should bring us nose masks. They should bring us sanitizers, all the things that matter so far as safety protocols is concerned. The government should rather provide it before they will comply with the directive. So what we've been telling them is that the fight of this corona issue is a shared responsibility. It's a shared responsibility. You don't have to sit down for government to come, oh, we want to give you this, we want to give you that, before you comply. So that is the challenge that we are facing. We talk to the people, they have their own way of doing their things. You go to the lorry station, some lorry stations, they comply. They have task force around that anybody that will come and board a car, or anybody that will come to the station, they have to make sure the person is having all the safety protocols with him or her. Some lorry station, you go there, the station masters themselves, they are doing their own thing. So the education has become one way or the other difficult, because you educate the people. When you go to the station, you tell them all the things concerning the safety protocols. The next day you go, they will be doing their own thing. You go to the market, you educate the market women. We even speak to the queen mothers at the market. You talk to them. Oh, but at the end of the day, when you just go behind them, you go there, they will be doing their own thing. The traditional authorities, they also have power. So last 2 weeks, for instance, we developed a strategy that will go to all the Nananum within the municipality. We'll go to Nananum, we'll tell them everything about coronavirus. So when they also meet their people, they can also channel the information to them, especially with the stigma, the stigmatization. That is the thing that is killing us. You know, you get the disease, God willing, you are okay. You go back to your community, people will be looking at you with a different face. If you are not even lucky, you will be, moved from where you are. If you are a tenant, if you are not even lucky, if you sell something, people will not buy. So we are engaging Nananum and religious leaders to help us, so that when they mount their pulpit, they can also do more education on the COVID-19. So Asukwa Municipal Assembly, or Asukwa Municipal Directorate of NCCE, so far, that is what we have been doing. And through the help of the COVID Trust Fund, NCCE, we have been tasked to do education every month, starting from June. So we have phase 1 in June. We are going out to, educate the public about everything concerning COVID-19. In the month of July too, we have been tasked with a target to reach out to the public. And then August too, we'll do the same thing. So NCCE, we are not, sitting down, folding our arms. We are on the ground. As I'm even speaking to you, this dawn, we went out with education. We went around 4:30 a.m. within Asokwa, we have been doing dusk to dawn broadcast. So we are praying that the Lord himself will touch the citizen's heart so that they will comply with the directive. You can do every education that you want to do, but if the individual heart is not softened, if the individual hasn't realized that there is a sickness, so I have to also go by the directive that the state has put in place. So wherever you find yourself, even you are in a vehicle, everywhere you find yourself, don't say the tax is for only NCCE. Don't say the tax is for only a particular institution. Everywhere you find yourself, if you go to a place and people are not observing the safety protocols, do well to educate them. Because this sickness, and can people and on nka yebefa na say bia ya de but enye ya sa but nipa makunya or the best nipa bebre. So we want to encourage everybody. It's a shared responsibility. Obi anya na famu de wherever you find yourself, also take the task upon yourself to educate the citizenry so that in all we shall have a common goal to fight this COVID. Thank you very much.
Talking about COVID, using the megaphone. Then the friend stopped in the car and asked, they say, the Okenya myself. They say, the Okenya myself. I thank him for what he just said. And for NCCE, I also, on behalf of the head of Caritas Ghana, wish to announce that there is support from the faith platform, Caritas, for you to do education. So Mr. Wilson will communicate to you whatever happens between the two of you. Thank you and God bless you. I have a group and they are very interested in what they do. My brother, kindly come. I like how you are sitting like a chief. Share what you do with young people.
Good afternoon. My name is Tijani Mahmoud. I work with the Muslim Family Counseling Services. We are an NGO and we also work closely with the Office of the Regional Chief Imam. So basically, we are partners to Sister Olivia. We do quite a lot of work together with Sister Olivia on the street of Kumasi, working with street-connected children. We are the regional coordinating partner for West Africa for Alliance for Street Work, or we call it Global Alliance for Street Work. It's a group of organizations all over the world that is working to improve the lives of young people who are living on the streets. And currently, we have 26 organizations in Ghana, spanning 3 cities, Tamale, Kumasi, and Accra. And Kumasi Street Children Project is one of our key partners. And there is Chance for Children. I know the officer is also here, who is also part of our membership. Okay, in this COVID era, we've done quite a number of activities, so I'm going to enumerate a few of them. First of all, during the lockdown period in Kumasi and Accra, Kumasi specifically, we fed a total of 126 children. So we were feeding them. Because of lockdown, they can't go anywhere. So we were able to feed them for the period of 3 weeks. So every day they go and get food from food vendors, which we pay. And additionally, we were able to distribute 700 food packages to street-connected children, KIAs, and then people in vulnerable communities. And our food items consist of bags of rice, tubers of yam, olonka of beans, olonka of gari, some sardines, and then some tin tomatoes. This was made possible through our biggest donor, which is Street Invest, an organization based in the UK, which is actually carrying this partnership on its head. And other groups like the Muslim Professionals Associations also supported us. Ghana NGO platform on SDGs were also key in doing that. And then our partners, both the Street Children Project and Chance for Children Ghana. In addition to that, in these same communities, the slum communities, when we talk about those who know the slum communities in Kumasi, Bombay, Dagomba Line, Guru, Ghana Legion, there is also one behind airport, Nima, behind the airport area. These slum communities were able to distribute a total of 50 Veronica buckets and hand washing stations. So when we say hand washing station, it consists of the Veronica bucket, the other bowl for collecting the water, soap, so many other things to ensure that everybody washes his or her hand. So in this community, and also include Asafo. There are places at Asafo, behind the fishmongers, under the bridge, and then behind the No Plan station, where a lot of young people sleep there 24 hours. In addition to that, we distributed over 500 nose masks, and I must say the center that is operated by Kumasi Street Children Project did a lot of favors for us. They gave us very reduced rate for the nose masks that they are producing. And also hand sanitizers also went with it. And in collaboration with the Council of Ulama and Imams, when the door was open for prayer with limited numbers at the Kumasi Central Mosque, we supported and we collaborated with my boss here, and then Veronica buckets were secured, thermometer guns, and then we were able to keep register. So currently, every Friday, there is a total of 8 Veronica buckets at all the entrances of the Central Mosque. There are 4 people who have been trained by Muslim Health Workers Association, who are a group of doctors who are Muslim doctors. They have trained these people in taking temperature of people who come to the mosque. And then, very importantly, we also put a register, as has been directed by the president and his team, that everyone who comes to the mosque on Friday, we take a register in your contact before you enter into the mosque. And then there is also a place that has been designated as an isolation center in the mosque, so that, and also a lot of times, there's also even the ambulance, the constituency ambulance on standby at the mosque, in case there is any issue, wherever the Friday prayer is going to be called, it's done. And in addition to that, we also supported a number of mosques in our communities with the Veronica bucket and hand washing equipment. Another thing that we've done is we developed a poster, an information poster that we use in the community, that we paste to give people information about how to prevent themselves from COVID, and also leaflets also. So we've produced about 1,000 of these posters, which we have shared it among our partners, including Sister Olivia, which we use in our community education. And I don't want to bother you with what we do in Accra. Some of our partners are in Accra. Similar programs are being done in Accra, food sharing and all those things. Just last week, with the support of our key partner, which is called United Way Ghana, also from sponsorship from Cummins Ghana, and then 3M, we were able to share a total of 1,800 food packages in communities like Ashtown, Anloga, Abuabu, and Sawaba. And these food packages is packaged in a box, and it contains a 5-kilogram rice, 3 big mackerel, an olonka of gari, an olonka of beans, an olonka of sugar, some sachet powdered milk, some sachet Milo. And what we did is that in collaboration with the Department of Social Welfare, so Ofolukrum, we collaborated with them. As Okari Mampong, we also worked with them. And then Ashtown, also the assembly members, we worked with them, and we went to the communities to identify. First of all, we went there to gather data, identify a total of 300 vulnerable families in Ashtown, 300 same in Aloga, 600 in Abuabu, and 600 in Sawaba. And just last week, we finished distributing these food packages to all those that have been identified. And still, we are ongoing with our community education, and we are still also seeking sponsorship to support vulnerable families within our communities. I will end it here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Someone? A lot of protocols. You are very wonderful people. When you go, tell those you know that I said you are too much. You are good people. God bless you for being good. If you were not here, we wouldn't have done this so wonderfully. To the media, Kesben, let me see the one who came. Kesben, CAC Media, you are here. God bless you. Ultimate FM. And Otek, okay. Nana, or something. Are you Nana? You said Nana without a student name, okay.
Nyankopon ya de aseda nyina ema wo de waye awo ne anopa wiei awo ye nhyiamudi a wo de abedom yen ensusuye ne adwontoato a ya fam ababedu bra te sei ya bom pa de ne onyam hye ema Erade yade ababeto yen ye famu de nanso yare safi Erade wo nchen ya bom pa ye se obama won sanso kese na yetimedi yade we so enkunim Erade ncheche ye nama ye bom pa ye se obama na to nipa nyina akoma so ne nyina yetimedi din hyehyɛ ye so ye na ma yehu anu onyam awa yare samu ya bom pa pagya busua wa hanyira hye wonsa abra ye firi ha koyi fa oba bia kodu fi asomdwem ma oba enkodu fi asomdwem bo ho ban a omu ba kumpo ho masam Erade tesa nka we ya ye beka bondo anu onyam ama ya da waso we Yesu demo amen.
Chiamudi a mpanyimfo ehyiaye na yehwe sede beye beboa ma Covid-19 yare a aba na aye huhu wiase nyina ekwe befa so aboban no enene ye bebo ho nkomo kakra na ye ne ye maame owura yere Benes osai ena bebo nkomo ono ena ye asokwa municipal health director ewo eye asokwa municipal enti ma Benes Christ asomdwan kan so far so good asokwa what is saying Covid-19. I'll hold it.
Nyamedaroma yaguso aye adwuma de hia ye kase pa ne se ye nyina besom na yabo ye ho ban se de ba besi yare na no kwan yare ne eba no amo bi anka ye putupru na beto ye enti no ehia se ye nyina so yesom obi aye na fam de wo kasa wo twan obi abo wa anhwa na yare no ede wo kwa wobra woni na ho so enti no se dia ye betu abo ye ho ban ne se ye be kai se ye be hye face mask no e ba kata ye hwene ene ano kai so be hohoro wonsa ententem ene ensuo ne seminar sanso na ye kase se wo ko ba bi na ensuo ne seminar ni ho a use hand sanitizer di bi fire wonsa ho se de be ya wo be hohoro efin na e wo ho akọ kai so se wo be twu ho kakra efi hu ni anchen ye ka ne sa na pese ye chese wo be hu ni ane bebrebe no ene bia na nipa ko no wo bia okasa gu so ante so ne ade tetare wo ho no enu mu ana benya sa yare ni bi yes sir nyina ya we no eboa ye ho a ye besi yare na no kwan entem na ya moa ye ho sade a na yare no ne ya ba betena a ye ntumi ensia no hwese wunia ebeba ne de na wo so about de ye sa ka biom se so bi enya yare ne bi nasa na hoto no obefia ye nyina ye ntumi ngi na asopam ya pamuna emma chidie emma ne pa kunu amantumi ntu anomanye do betumi aye yare ne tisa yare bia aba malaria echiwa onhotowa ofa ipa ho na we wodwuma sa na we so tie mu ye we fiafia me se ye ba besro bia eno nkyere se nipa kono wuyi ne tochene awosebutumi ebo nipa kono se da bia no so betumi no ho ato no we will still be coming to your place ye baba mu fiafie because ebinom wo ho a omuntumi ma ye ntumi so fo ankogu isolation centers nitino ye baba fiafie aba behwe omo a omo yare se de aka ho asam kase ne se yam pesa apinfo ene baba ayarsa bia baba beje yarsa all the time nitino ye say we are painful na se bibia hawa tinafie na fra won midwife no sa wo time aso an no nchira de obeye sehwe nyawa bibia de a eno de obetu na ma no akọ ye mpese obia beba hospital chenkusa ye pese all the time ebe nipa kakra bi de a oyare anase de bia ohia mmoa de a yenhu ne da anase de a oba beji edro anase ne time aso oba bewo enti mama ya shasa enema no so family planning ya chese covid-19 awo hode family planning entwemu enti wa se obi aso na ya enti ase de be ya bebo ye ho ban efim prewanyin sai anase de ye ni na so na ede ensunsan so bone bebre ya breyen ye ka biom so se sa wo wi a eno so wa se otumi ba na ye hwa wo nipadua mu se de be ya se bibi wo ho a wo se yetumi yaboa wa aye eno so de abro ment na fie ma ho nchiru bebre ansa na waba yare no ne suba ne tete yare bia ewo ho enti na fie mfa edro bia enka na mum to na mambra hospital ne ho de e house de be betumi aboa wo ya da ma say
yes why are there pan some there what you can nyina akura bom dada na ye hwe so far so good challenges ben na mukom as head directorate e municipal assembly aswa
a challenge no eniema yankasa subietimi ya de aboye ho ban benfa ne se lab technician ko bi fie akofa ne sample a eniema se ohye we take sample no esa ebi ni ho class adodo first na ka yeyi ahoro but say no ye chese ahoro de na yeyi no ho eniema atosini kakra until you are using the swab the differ emiwemu no ebi so a swab test no near the hwe and also ho akwa atwe kakra until we are using it as emergencies yenye no Saturday ya no mass examinations na mom ya bana se ebia obi anya bi wo ofia de oka ho ho no ya pese ye hwese ono so anya bia. Apart from that, we are also trying to make sure say all the facilities in our municipal lab technicians ebe who said there for examples no enye ni nyina na yebeka se yekono nyina ewo Kumasi South e was say omo amatwa ye hu ehia private hospitals no wokọ ho anso a wetumi enya ayaresa anase ehwe bia enso yedim edebo.
One of the challenges are most of the people are complaining here timing na ye twe sample na ye kwa test no results no time say na esi che no so far so good as the head director I wo municipal ho no what to anamo bi afa ho maka ho asem bi a kire mpanyumfo na e wo so ho na na
onko gina enim se nema no e short a efri soro enti se short a omma ya we se nema no ni ho bebre betimi dia ye enti na se ye twa the efa ahoro no they say yeah emergencies enko ade.
Okay, and so far, okay, and then I say, more ya one from at the end of the test view. They say, our running can honor at the end.
And I make sure say, yeah, the dear, yeah, Fred Bibi say a national pharyngeal swab, and only at the far a you know minimum.
Oh, okay,
member no minimum.
Okay,
now for your papa share.
Okay, so far, you to fuka gratitude, Nema. Yentufo for futu ma ayahwefo titru ene ye maame
no me de a che ne se enkola na omo esusa no esanse omo ahrawa no entimi ahra no nya kase my face mask no the face mask no na akra no ntumi humi yiye enti ya chese fa akra no tena fie akra no hia so be nante osman na it's a short distance bi na wasma no ma ne nko kire nkodi agro bebre enti na ama schools no kwa yesen kola no omo tena fie no o kwa asori ama obi nhwe kire se de ba akra no yebetumi ahwe no de ama ho okay ena kaise ohoro nsa no so no enkola no so ebe hohoro mo nsa so de ama isan se surfaces I wo ho nyina e bia obi kasa ama ne max no te so ne begugugu so ana so odi agro wa bonten no te so ne begugugu so a akra de nsa befa enti ohoro nsa no no akaisa akra no so ebe hohoro nsa de ama no okay ebe sanitize so de ama no enti those under 5 years ne there small max no e anebo no ye chese anka ye susu se de be ankola no betumi ahome
okay ma ya da se eno bra o de amai
right
okay thank you
thank you
abusiafo yeda so a egina asokwa municipal ye ne yewura twenebo a kodua na etoa nkombobo no so ono na ye opanyi kwankyerefo a wada NCCE aha some kai on say wo sresre omo na ebodawuro ni ade kan sam no ni ade na Covid-19 so far so good yen center was kwa isanse ho no wo asokwa ho no no yentimi mokra metima kai ye obukuru last stop ye wodompo ase ye wo aprabo ye uchirapatre uba wanu kakara je se edoso pa na ye musa se so far so good NCCE edwumade no mudi ne sen car no mode ko abobo ya machines so anase sen na sitie office no mote no motonkra daddy so far so good Covid-19 hobambo nsem enen kai bosam e de ma yetimamufo no sen na sitie wasopa
yo de madam wase so edwuma pa moye you also the kind no Asukwa municipal directorate of NCCE Covid-19 e ba ye no vitiase no na Asukwa 12 electoral areas
okay
in the 12 electoral areas no e bia wo information centers intina ye fa commercial cars near information centers wona yakoye nchekere no ama omanfo no said ye on the obehu said ye hye fa Covid-19 nyina ho inti uma na ye ne assembly ni linsa wo so na municipal assembly ni ma ye ka no na ye de ko important said ye obobo ye no aprabo Covid Asokwa town Asokwa extension de ko ho nyina koye nchekere said ye amanfo no be hu hyehyeye wo Covid-19 no ho nti eno an eguso a ye no ye nyaaye eguso a emra no nyina ye na aban no enam Covid-19 relief trust fund o ma NCCE car 50 nti Ashanti region ye wo 10 Asokwa de mze ye next batch na bi ebenya bi nti ene other district a omunya car ni bi edinsa wo so nti amachin no kra no ye gi oforikonfo eka NCCE okay ene ye de ye free be dust don broadcast so amachin 4 am ne ne nam potem me ye nchekere efa Covid-19 no ho hyehyeye a wo ho bia no ena bia musisi no voter registration sase no kra san de aka ho se bia ukotro udin a hyehyeye wo ho bia no ankrankra on observe said de no enko spread coronavirus yare no okay nti Asokwa municipal director of NCCE no nyoma igusu a ye no
umma ya de pa my dona so far sa nyama gan nyina no wonnam kromu a wonnam mantamo wa Asokwa ha na hu ni se nyama amoka na wura timamfo asum are you getting the results
yo baby on a ubedru na areho na chese adwuma pa wo ye no asa wo hu so emfaso baby so on mo abehu ubedru na chese obia e de hyehyeye no eye adwuma se de nipa da sanity no se bi hyehyeye bi ba obi on mo obedi hyehyeye no so obi oso so a onni so enti se de yese ne se aban enam bambo dwuma efo no so no ana se security agencies ni emfa compliance see who obi no on nose mask you who obi na hyehyeye fa Covid-19 nyina no o sini trust ya entwe na so na enye ehwasode ma afoforo se de onso so betimi adi so na nyina yetimi akon atia coronavirus yare no okay se de atia no
so far ye jam akọ wo bibia pesa wo kan ade kire ya hwefo wona etie wo chichire benche
yo de mekan ne se Covid-19 yare no shared responsibility entra won ka se o yare no eye ahyeye we na also hwe se nhyehyeye a aban enam Ministry of Health do ade egu akwan mu no also ye no nti enka sada yare no ewo ho wan kasa efa nhyehyeye egu akwan mu na fa ball busua na ho ban entra won ka se asomasi NCCE no se ba ebebo dahuru ema se amanfo fa omo nose mask amanfo nyesi wan kasa etu ho anamo na so bua na yentimi enkuntia coronavirus no mamba pa ne de nhyehyeye ba ono so etu ho anamo na nhyehyeye no edimu na etimi bua ye nyina nti se na metimi aka etwato no
ya da sepa ene obre ya be hweda na yaba be hra na ya bonkomo from your office nti nyame hra papa all right abusuafo mene owura twenebo akodwa ono na eye panyin kwankyerefo a wo hwe NCCE so ewo asokwa municipal eninti yene na bonkomo na wono so a kirikirem ena o kyese oduru ba bia na aweho sede yesi bodawuro yese yenhye face o se nose o de hia na mask wo be sha mask no I was all horo wonsa na horo wonsa na wo de ba wa ba twesa na afi bibia e kama so hu enso so bedu ba bi no ye hohoro nsa na kura ye hohoro ne ye I was all de to samene mu ne ade ne nyina enya ade ayekoso na wo kire se yenhwe se ye de saa ne ma no be adwuma se na be ye beboa ama enhyehyɛ ya ye no ebetime CPS ta iguso bonkomo enche mene owura tabi beto ankombo no so na kire se ya hwe se dia feeling no esitie owura tabi Alfred ono na ye president Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations nti mene no ba abe bonkomo na ya hwe se so far so good disabilities for no so sign na eniema esitie na wo no any challenges no etisan orata bi yema akwaba eba CAC TV so far so good disabilities eniema tisan Covid-19 say na musi hu niema bibia ye pepepe mamo
Pacha David
problem na nisan
the one say edase say so mama person with disabilities so yenso yetimi ye kire ya adwan fa Covid-19 ho sha se no yen fan se tamo lockdown ne bae no say abaye say my hot meal the anya no and I feel so uncooked food it just the same person with disabilities no or see it chase the anibi we am community am na metekase the anya bae no the meti an say the anabu obi ono use crutches obi o use white cane to say me obedo koped the anibi
enti nu kana kamba be say now was a hot meal so muchensi
yes
how do you change
it's your near hound back no and I feel you are not uncooked food no so they say okay your 43 districts in our Ghana Ashanti region yes and this city be answer can you register you probably 500
okay
yes into as correct from Kwadi over almost 900 it is about say palota de no kra na over palota de no kra community by community kra an kra ye ne ho kra enu bia so enti yanso so called this assembly bia your members no ho intaka yesu su se nka umfama this assemblies no social workers no call for contact numbers na ka afra on their amount oh ha ni afra president yes ye che ne ma no ye do ha ye do na che se me kra no this is now me mu kra me nya me se nya nka me de wa kopri bia ma obi ono so different district enti aba san de ko ye how my papa eto si be say yes obi enwe face mask say nose mask so say de we kan bia yan ko fu is say obi okra education no kra enko na sum sade no wa amfa anja wo ho ayare no obetimi age so ho ana face mask kra no eye wo vulnerable and poor among us
okay
you are say me kra de nyame chade metimi atobi ahye obi su kra de onya bi kra nti do we kan say yare na ba we kunu kra yinkunu enso e ba ne sa enye ono nko ase na ode e ha no kofie eti se me ame be mi na ma eti se me nya guide ndi guide o se me sanitizer in na man face mask ansa na me metimi di nako akoba sans na se me nya bi ama na nifa nkra onko ana me anka sans me nya bi nsu kra na me ntimi nko nipam yanka se obi ono o use crutches ana se okro at every given time we say chair obi kra say ohro nsa now no obi a onante for one inside city form no say at any given time we say ohro nsa but if ansu kra oni bi even kwa offer sanitizer minimum price by 8 cedis So until the sunny panel, here say, yeah, and call for the Yamada Roma, yes, Uncle NGOs, Facebook organizations, we be a Yamaka Nakume Biano, on the Ombre, Nayankochama and call for no. In the channel, the Anya de my Asan say your 43 districts, your social workers at the various district assemblies. In the Quambi announced you just call them near the moment, say, wait, and or the other. About the end, Chomkrana, and Crown with me of why, near your young and call for. No, so you said the baby to my boy, I don't know by. They say, I make us say, Sadiano, a yamia, you let Jamin Kwa, isolated room. Median can do Kosoka, just some Saki can and Makaku. Into your stress education, call for my young call for Betias, yeah. And I bring you and say, no, Mushi answer. You want more money, yes, or more mobile. They say, temperature gang, you come meetings, because you team test and call for you now. Because who knew temperature, either high or low, or double meeting, I say. In the same case, will be at every given meeting, Biano. You bet me test and call for no. No, so home, Mujina be, no come now, so. Almost be a bomb mobile. Said the president can say, can you need local foods? No, yes, almost so be our tea and can be an old person with disability or be a Busiano. Emma morning call Moho. Omuni Emma, stigmatization, discrimination, now about that. No, I feel quite a diable because or no crown of Faba. Who are wolfian, what about the yell? It is a one to me, I'm more no home buyer. Now, as soon as you or no friend in Fanho, or burn in Fanho, a woman Fanho, or Cotia. Our one thing about the Bayabusian now. It is our own medication now, among Abusian one, among crowd women and Caho, no one so among formation comes at the NCCE for Cano. Upper communities, you know, and call from because you call areas, who walk around one tea said that will be cry a one over, yeah. It almost come crash and I said, let me use my language, say, almost come crashing now, almost medication on persons with disability no ye, no one soon who said. Sajna Biano, you need a sit transfer, Bibia waiting out to ye. A 2 years so, Yanso the best side will be or no or born home brown, what also dinner home, Pachana Captain.
Okay, Yanasa and over Ratabi, Yabashada, na Yababasra, na Yanwa Twanko bonus, Yadase, and Obra, yes, I don't see. Yaman come. Amen. Abusia Yane Oratabi Alfred Amponsa, or no, and I Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations, Ashanti Regional Chairman, and Yaneno Abo and Comono. What can Semni be teach you and say, Cecilia Nedia, oh, share or baby, now one more bia, obetimedia bois, one more, Wadaroma, Mepoputi Gra, Fabibika Crabra, especially on the face or nose mask and a hand sanitizer. No, was you here be papa at their man and Crawford. Sounds so, and I was say a beer yet to see dining at dinner. Abrosana, a fro call, staircase in the dinner. Jan say, ye bay the best a persons with disability na Abuama Bia Kama, a higher CAC television meeting the Cabana Frempon Manson KFM. Madame Wabesia. Abusiafo yadamase papa yadan ya ho aba yetoa so na yawie dwumadi no kra se da bia me kama konta me parish priest sa me ka unya hu ni pakro na de me ne me akonta 1-on-1 na yebababo nkomo no ono na ye parish priest wo St Joseph Dompase na ye Covid-19 ono na ye archdiocese ye task force no chairman say bibia ye fine oba ye mpuntu development so archdiocese no a ono ne opanyu kwankyerefo nti ne position megasa me keka edoso papa nti no mami fancy Reverend Father Joseph Ashanti ne nedin also for Christ asumdwen kan so far so good enadwumadi eden na kan mo ema mo hyehyɛ ubenka se ubetima nyam resource dwumadi aye didi ene de ye hwɛ se ye bekoso adi ne de yenim se ya hyehyɛ ne ye na results ni ebenya manabro de ye hwehwe kra yetimi aka municipal assembly sakese mienu ewo Ashanti region asokwa ene asokore mampo abom enne NGOs a omohwe enyanka wisia nkokra mrewa ahoro be du ene abepie ha NCCE omompanimfo ha Muslimi for omompanimfo ha Amedia for Mumpenimfo National Catholic Secretariat Edumaku Caritas and Penimfo
Kumasi COVID team ye mpanimfo ne bi wa ha ena ye wo Ashanti regional emergency response team aye Nkremofo, Christopher, charismatic churches, Roman for Marides, say Mashalan Relief and Development Services. Yina can boom as a kuno committee no me amesada no omunyina nso be pie ha ye dwumadia ye di ebie kwan ama emmoa bebre nso abam ama ye danyame ase results no beba na de man amamani age ne se omo de and some messages na eko ebe kire say yaboa ye ho na nyame nso be hwe ya me ya hwe ho ye beba jana.
Okay, so COVID-19 so far so good. Who as task force chairman on behalf of Catholic Basilica of Kumasi, my pro bono and education no etisan
yakwa ye din komoni bia sorry ni bi na on to me MBA because na omunyamwabo omuhunwie utim say amamfo ho kire o mankasa sikasemu ane bibie mu amamfo nso nyuma esai na sorry ni mu bibebre nso mu sikasem ekofom ebi ntimi ntua o mu wakeska sorry na school o mu no nso private schools ensem ni bibrebe nti ukani nyina boma echese yare no awurawura ye pa futo ndi ahweye no eda ho nyame nso ne ohwefo kese nti onko so hweye no me kwa amaye yadase nenso makonta interview me nyame nshira
amen abusuafo yane Reverend Father Joseph Asante na abono on na ye panyi kwankyerefo a oda Catholic Diocese of Kumasi aye COVID-19 task force na no parish priest ewo Dumpase na abusua se epano ewa se de kra aboboa mba na yekoko bi no enti ene jumedi no aha ene bebe me kwan na ye de esi bidede kwabena from home panso KF na ene na sia no enkoma production team nya Reverend Father Emmanuel kwabena ifa eje otaye chi ene jumedi no sa efo na ura ta ansa andu ewa se yemia bema Thomas enso ebeboy na opile so ebe support ye yes say kana sadia na chenchire no de enkoma owura osai osai Frank Osbic ono enso so na ejina cameras no ni nyina achi ochinchim we no apre we no de we ato ha no de atese bibia kama pa owura Prince ochre ono na enso so ebo na chidom ema adwumade no nyina ye de abrel ba bia wo hwe ye bia no enkosisi ebehia bio Catholic television so nie koso subscribe na like page no share na fama afoforo Christ asomdwe enka mo nyina.